Hi everyone, just wanted to say a massive good luck to all of you that are sitting the Paper 1 Literature exam tomorrow. Whatever your exam board, I hope it goes absolutely brilliantly and you get really lovely questions. I just wanted to speak to those of you who are doing Edexcel, because obviously I've done a lot of Edexcel videos, and just remind you of a couple of things about the paper, okay, just very briefly. So in the first section, obviously you're looking at your Shakespeare and it's split into two questions. Make sure you do both questions. First one, extract. All you are being assessed on is your ability to analyse, yeah? So that means focusing in on the features of language, structure and form and considering the impact, yeah? So that means zooming into words and phrases, exploring impact and connotation, using plenty of critical terminology, metaphors, similes, alliteration, hyperbole, rhyming couplets, soliloquy, aside, all of these things we want to see in that essay. The next part is the wider question where you're going to be given a theme. Please do not use quotations from the extract in that second question. You will not be awarded marks if you use the extract. It's got to come from your knowledge of the play, whichever Shakespeare it is that you're doing. So you're going to need lots of textual references, show that you know the play that you're studying well. If you cannot think of your quotation in the moment, right, don't be afraid to paraphrase and then drop in maybe a one-word quote, two-word quote. So let's take Macbeth, for example. If you couldn't remember the exact wording of when Macbeth speaks for the first time in Act 1, Scene 3, but you remember that it's an echo of what the witches said, yeah? You could say, what's interesting here is the way Shakespeare points to Macbeth's darkness by having him mirror the words and images of the witch's final couplet, particularly repeating words like fair and foul, right? Clearly, the examiner can see you know what you're talking about, but you've not had to remember, so foul and fair a day I have not seen. Do you see what I mean? So show that knowledge of whatever play it is that you are studying. Context. You have to have context for this part of the question, okay? So it's worth 25%. So it should be in most of your paragraphs. Not all of your paragraphs, but most of your paragraphs. And just make sure that the context that you're using is relevant and linked. Yeah, you don't want to just every now and then tack something on. Oh, that's because Queen Elizabeth was on the throne or because King James was on the throne, but without any exploration. Okay, so 25% of the marks goes to context. Finally, you've got your section B, which is the modern prose or play. So this one, you get a choice of two questions, it's worth 40 marks and the marks are split out, AO1, so your understanding of the question and the text and your quotations, AO3, your context, and then there's 8 sneaky marks for spelling, punctuation and grammar. So make sure that you read through your work as you go. By the end of the exam, you're going to be pooped, yeah? So your brain's probably not going to pick up on mistakes. But if you read every paragraph you write and then you think to yourself, oh, I've forgotten to capitalise the writer's name. Go in, sort that out, and then you won't do it again, okay? So 8 marks for spelling, punctuation, grammar. It has 20%. It could be the difference between grades, yeah? And then because context is worth 16 marks, so that's 40%, you want to have it in your paragraphs, you know? So don't be afraid to use context to bring you into a point. You know, there's nothing stopping you starting a paragraph with context, but just make sure that you link it very clearly to the text. You don't want just a standalone context paragraph. It should always be integrated, okay, with what you are commenting on. So that's my advice. Massive good luck, massive, massive good luck. I also just want to say massive good luck to all of the people that have been working with me individually, and a massive shout out to my lovely old GCSE class, who I'm so sorry I left at the end of year 10 in order to do all this, but I just wish you all the best of luck and I want you to let me know how you do. That's it from me for the last time for Literature Paper 1. Oh, thank you for watching, happy revising and good luck.